I got my mother about maybe 3 years ago in October. I got a phone call from my nephew saying that my mother had wigged out or something, and the fire department was at the house. She called and said that the gas had come on in the house and she couldn't cut it off, and so the fire department came out. Of course, they told her she shouldn't be left alone, so that's how I wound up taking care of her. I don't like being a caregiver because I had just lost my husband and my father, and I had had bypass surgery, and then my mother came. 6 months after all that had happened, I got her. You know, it was just overwhelming for me.
Sure.
We have some Kleenex too.
Trying experience of my life. She's mean. She does not understand that she needs the help. She thinks that she can do things that she's not able to do anymore. You know, and so she don't want you to help her do anything. You know, and when I see her doing things that's inappropriate and I tell her that, she gets angry about that. You know, it's just I don't know. It's just so this place for me, when I came here, I met other people that were going through the same thing I was going through. And it was like I wasn't alone because I felt like I was alone in this, you know. You know, they have resources that tell you what to do, you know, they can tell you, you know, where you can go to find help and things like that. And plus it was other people here that shared their stories. We could vent, you know, we could say how we felt without being convicted and things like that, you know, without being judged, you know. And so to me it was a place of comfort, you know. That's why I came. You know, the classes that they had, they were informative, you know, and some of the things, you know, that that we learned in the class, some of them I could use with my mother, some of them I couldn't. You know, she was way past some of the stuff that they suggested that we do, and it was just a place of refuge for me. This place was. You know, this wasn't what I planned for my life, taking care of somebody that was sick. You know, I mean, when I felt better, I had made plans. I got my passport, I'm ready to do some traveling, and I got my mother. If it wasn't for my kids helping me, I couldn't do anything because my children are my biggest support. I mean, I'm just so thankful that I have my children and then this place, the shelter in arms.
Because most women have taken care of all of their lives, of everybody, worked hard, took care of that. And so we saw retirement as a time that, you know, it would be for us.
Exactly.
And now we're taking care of moms and kids and babies, and so I think we grieve that. And then we grieve the loss of our parents. My mother was a hero in my life, and she's lost so many of her faculties that, you know, she's not the person that I knew. So I'm grieving that. I'm sorry for myself. You know, it's hard.
Tied down to a situation that I don't want to be in is really stressful. So I was really happy when, you know, I met Joanne and Carolyn, because it started with us going to lunch after the sessions we had with Ariel. And it kind of evolved into a little bit more of extra activities, you know, like maybe on the weekends we would meet. And we're planning on some, you know, lunches to go to certain restaurants and to take advantage of some things in the community that we wouldn't get the opportunity to do otherwise. I don't mind the housing. I truly object to the feeding, you know, preparing the food and making sure she has a place to sleep. That part comes easy, really. But when I leave the house and I take her with me any place, my whole focus is on her. I have to make sure she's safe. I have to make sure she's sitting. I have to make sure she has something to. And by the time I make sure, I've lost interest in what I was going to do. So it just takes a lot out of you as a person. It doesn't, and really, they tell me I'm mean. Well, I'm mean. But nonetheless, it takes so much out of you that you have no other recourse but to respond sometimes in a negative way.
Mary
So I'm
Ann.
gonna be mean.
No, it's okay.